Stop complaining about Skate 4. It's getting a little out of hand. It's getting a little crazy out there. There is so much hate surrounding this game. It's insane. Everywhere you look, on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, the new videos coming out, the comments on these videos is all hate. Check it out. Hate, 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 hate. In this video, I'll be going over the top 3 most hated topics that are talked about with the new Skate, and I will go individually through each topic and prove to you why you should be excited about these, not hating on them. The last topic that I go over is by far the most controversial topic, and I guarantee a lot of you will not agree with me. Before I dive into these topics, let me go through my background and where I'm coming from and give you a better idea of what kind of gamer I am and what kind of perspective I have with the skate games in general. So growing up, I skateboarded at a very early age. It was all I did. So I'd just go out every day. I would go to my local YMCA skate park and just throw down with the boys. It was so much fun. And as early as I started skateboarding, I also started playing video games. So naturally, when the first Skate came out in 2007, I was so stoked. The way that the gameplay was, the flick it system, coming from Tony Hawk, this was like mind-blowing to me. Skate was truly a revolutionary game in my opinion. The nostalgia that hits looking back on it is insane. The soundtrack to that game, the graphics, the way you were like trying to like film a sponsor me video is so awesome, and I loved it so much. Now, Skate 2, I really didn't play much. I don't know why. I think I played it at friends' houses. I never bought it back when it came out, but I have been playing it recently, and it's a great game. But by far, Skate 3 is my favorite. I've logged the most hours on it. I've had the most fun on that game, and even now, like, I have all these other games that I play, but Skate 3 is still at the top of the most played game that I play, even like last week thinking about it. What made Skate 3 so fun for me was purely skating. It was the gameplay. It was finding a handrail and doing a tray flip back crook on it. It was finding a gap and doing a tray flip over it or frontside flip over it. And I really didn't spend too much time on the campaign. Like, obviously I would beat it so I could get all the locations, but when I go to replay Skate 3, it's never for me to replay the campaign. 95% of my time spent was on the gameplay itself and just skating around and having a good time, finding spots, finding new tricks at spots I've done before. And we'll revisit about this 95% concept about how that's important to look at the new Skate game. But before we do that, let's get into the top 3 most hated topics of the new Skate game and why I believe they should be exciting topics, not hated topics. The number 1 most hated topic is the graphics, specifically about the graphics looking cartoony, kind of like Fortnite. So the first thing to defend the graphic argument is to understand that this is a change in art direction from the first 3 Skate games. Now, gradually, as we got to Skate 3, things got more cartoony, but not on this level. When you look at the faces, they're definitely more cartoon. But accept that this is different, accept that this is a change from what they've done in the past, and be open to it still being a good experience, still being an art style that you can get used to and actually enjoy maybe more than realism. Second, and kind of contradictory to the first point, it's still realistic looking. It's really just the face and the character model that's a bit cartoony, but the rest of the environment looks really, really crisp. There's puddles, there's gravel, there's really realistic concrete and graffiti. Everything looks realistic. It just has a bit of a cartoony, vibrant spin, which is different, but still really cool. Another thing, defending the graphic criticism. Understand that this is early access. Now, they say it time and time again. The developers say this, especially in their recent video that goes over the early access. There's going to be constant improvements to the graphics with every single update. So what we see at early access launch compared to what we see from a year from now will be very different and higher quality than what we're seeing right now. Another argument for the graphics criticism is that the animations of the playtesting gameplay that I've seen so far and some of the early access trailers, they look really clean, and animations have a lot to do with how the graphics look as well. The smoothness of it make it more realistic and kind of feed into the whole graphical fidelity of the game. So the second topic is a pretty loaded one, and it's the fact that Skate will be a live service game. The good things about a live service game is that we're going to be getting consistently new locations. That's going to be so good for keeping things fresh and new, and I know for a fact that when I hear a new location is released, with a new update, I'm going to go right there right away and see what I can do with new lines, with new tricks, new handrails, new stairs, whatever they add. I'm going to be so stoked. So as soon as I get somewhat bored with the map, which I don't think I will anytime soon, they will release a new location to keep me interested. Secondly, about the live service point, is that there'll be new tricks added. There's already talks about dark slides being added, impossibles being added, and who knows what other tricks and things and features that they can add to this game. Now, this is a big one. The fact that it's a live service game is there's no offline mode. Now, I know a lot of people just are honing in on this, and to be honest, I don't really understand why. Like, I get to some degree about the risk of it being that they could just close the servers, but as long as we stay excited and keep playing this game, they're not going to do that. They're investing a lot into this game, and I don't see that happening. I understand wanting to be left alone and not be surrounded by people. I guarantee they're gonna have private servers. That's just like a staple in online games anyways. And even not, let's talk about this viewpoint. Let's just say you can't do private servers. Let's just say it incentivizes you to play with other people. Is that really the worst thing in the world? Almost the biggest reason why I love gaming is the socialization I get from it. Being able to connect with friends, make new friends. That's a huge part of gaming. And if the fact that this is only online, let's take that away from it. We will be forced to socialize. It's not the worst thing in the world. It could be a good thing for a lot of you guys too. So it's a good thing for me. It should be a good thing for you. So the third and maybe the most talked about, hated topic and the most controversial take that I have is the fact that there's no campaign. So first of all, there's no campaign yet. There could easily be a campaign rolled out in the future of this game. We're still in early access. We have no idea what the future holds with this. But let's just say that no campaign will be released and we just have to take what we have. Now let's talk about that 95% rule that I talked about before. That concept of the time that I spent on Skate 3 was just skating around. 5% was on the campaign and being involved in the campaign missions. When I play it now, I don't go back and be like, oh, like I gotta play the Skate 3 missions. Like maybe Skate 1 and Skate 2, yes, but still Skate 3 is my most loved, and it's the most loved and most downloaded and most played game out of all the skates. And I guarantee a lot of you guys are the same way I am. You just like the gameplay. You like to skate around. You like to find stair sets. You like to do crazy lines and threading the needles and doing crazy gaps and just like sessioning, putting some music on and just hanging out. And that's a concept that we all have to like wrap our head around, is like, just because something isn't perfect doesn't mean it's gonna suck. So I think the biggest problem right now in the entire skate community, and honestly the gaming community in general, is as soon as something, like there's something about the game that we don't like, we identify that game with that negative aspect of it, when in reality the 95% of the game is going to be awesome and so much fun. The slow tray flips, the fast tray flips, the slow frontside flips, the slappies, all the innovations they're doing to the actual flick it system is going to make this game, the 95%, so much fun that we're not going to be thinking about a campaign, and we're not going to be wasting all this energy and all this negativity towards something that really isn't even a big deal at all. So I hope you know that the point of this video isn't to invalidate all the criticism of those points. I think the gameplay, the fact that it's live service and there's no campaign are all three valid criticisms, but what I will argue against is the fact that the identity of this game from everyone online is that it's gonna suck. And for those of you who just kind of carry that mentality going into this game when early access comes out, you're going to be blinded by this negative view you have on it, and you're not going to give it the fair chance that it deserves. Because like I said before, 95% of this game is awesome, and it's looking so cool, and you guys are going to be missing out on a game that you could be playing for the rest of your life and having a great time with. If you're like me and you're excited about the new skate game and you see the positives that go against all the negatives that are being said about the skate game, subscribe, give me a thumbs up, share this with someone that is excited about this game and excited about gaming. I'll be sharing more content about skate in general, some gameplay. I'll stream it. I'm so excited for the game. And then I'll also be sharing some more just optimistic things about gaming. There's so many other games that I can go into and focus on the positives when the narrative of that game have just been kind of just pooped on by a lot of haters out there. So the goal of this video and the goal of my channel moving forward is to be spreading optimism in gaming. So I hope you enjoyed, and I'll talk to you soon.